Here are 10 really useful rare tips that will help you beat Palworld a lot faster. I was good guess, so I'm going to show you some rare tips. I've made videos like this before recently, but these are all new, completely new tips that I did not put in those videos, and some that I just found out really recently. So for tip number 1, we have one that's actually really useful if you're a higher rank. As you guys can see, when you catch Jetragon, he's really big and really powerful. I've been making tons of videos recently on how to catch him, how to glitch him, different guides on how to get him even at a low level, but he's really big. Sometimes it makes flying on him really inconvenient. He can't go through tight spaces. He can't go through dungeons, stuff like that. But if you actually breed 2 Jetragons, the last Jetragon that comes from the egg will be a lot smaller. So you guys can see the difference here. This is the small one, and this is going to be the big one that I captured. It is way bigger. So if you guys want a smaller Jetragon and you have 2 Jetragons, you can just put them in the breeding area. Out will come this huge dark egg or huge dragon egg. I don't really know where these eggs are from. Maybe they're from Jetragon, maybe they're not. And it will come out a lot smaller, and you can fly on him and fit through a lot of the cracks that you can't fit through with the normal Jetragon. Now this one's extremely basic, but I actually didn't put it in the first 2 videos, and a lot of the new PS5 players might not know this. I've talked about this thousands of times before, but if you have food in your inventory or a chest, pretty much everyone knows this by now, so don't call me. You guys can see it's at 13 seconds. All you have to do is press this little sort button right here, and it will go back to 20 minutes or whatever the original timer is. So if you're holding something pretty expensive like cakes or something, you can just spam the sort button every once in a while if you have nowhere to store it, and it will never expire. Now that one was pretty basic, but this one right here is one I just learned about from a comment in a different video, and this is if you're in need of PAL fluids or ice organs. All you have to do is come on over to this boss right here, this level 15 Penkin right here at chords 100 minus 360. I actually did not know about this, but when you go to this boss, it will be extremely easy to get PAL fluids and PAL ice organs. So all you have to do is go into where this boss is located, and I have triple spawns on to make it even faster, but of course you can turn it up and down. These still spawn even with original spawns. I just put on triple spawns to make it even faster. You can kill these little ping gullets over where the bosses are, and it's not even hard. They're only level 10, and look at this. It gives you PAL fluids, it gives you ice organs. There is a bunch of them. I think normally there's only 2 or 3, but I turned my spawns up so there will be even more, but it still works if there's still 2 or 3. And I just got 45 ice organs and 27 PAL fluids. But the thing that I didn't know is if you actually leave the dungeon, they will completely respawn as long as you don't kill the boss. So I left the dungeon, we're going to go right back in, and this is going to be a crazy fast way to get a ton of ice organs and a ton of the little PAL fluids. So you can see they're all still here. I'm just avoiding the bosses so I don't kill those, because the bosses is what makes the little pinglets spawn. So you can just farm them, get as much ice organs and as many PAL fluids as you want. This is really useful because ice organs are kind of annoying to get, and PAL fluids kind of take forever to get if you're just getting them the normal way. And look at that. That was like what, like 20 seconds? We have over 100 ice organs and 57 PAL fluids. Of course, like I said, I did turn my spawns up, but you would have a third of that if you did it normally, which is still a ton and way faster than any other way to get these 2 ingredients. So like I said, the chords are 115 minus 350. If you want to go farm the PAL fluids or the ice organs, this is the best way to do it in the entire game. And I actually didn't know about this before. Somebody left it in the comments, so let me know if you guys knew about that, because I'm really surprised after 300 hours of playing this game, I did not know that they respawned like that. You guys can do that for any of the other bosses too. I'm not sure if any of the other bosses have like little minions that spawn with them, but if they do, you can just farm them just like I did. You guys might be noticing it's a little bit laggy at my base, and that's because we have all of these furnaces here. I am placing a new furnace down for every single subscriber that we get on the channel, so if you guys want to sub up, you will be a permanent part of my base with your very own furnace. We have some in this house, we have some on the mushroom over here, we have a bunch in the base, and I'm working on getting enough materials to add over 400 more since we have been getting a ton of subscribers recently. Now this one's also a little basic, but if you have 2 of the same hyper grappling gun in your your inventory, they actually won't reset each other. So you can use this one and then switch to the second one and use this one. And this is just a really fast way of getting around. It might be a little laggy if you're on like a little bit of a worse system. It's even lagging for me a little bit going this fast than I am on PC, but you can just get around super fast by switching between these two hyper grappling guns, and you can just switch when you get the cooldown on one of them and the other one won't have a cooldown. It is that easy, super really fast in my opinion. And if you combine it with a really good glider like I have with this I forgot his name, this Hanyu, you can get around very quickly, especially if you don't have a Jetragon. This is probably how I would be getting around if I did not have that at like a lower level. Now, a lot of new players don't know how to survive in these new climates, so I've been told in the comments, and of course I am talking about if you have like the multi-climate undershirt on, or I believe the plasteel armor even gives you cold resistance. Yep, like it says heat resistant and carrying capacity and cold resistance. Well, an easy way to get these shirts, if you guys haven't found out by now, is actually heading to the Dune Shelter at cords 350 and you can buy all of these shirts from the Wandering Merchant right here. Now, it is really easy to get gold. It only costs 30k gold or just 7,000 for one of the regular ones, which may seem like a lot, but there is a million, trillion, billion ways to get gold in the game. That is why they added dog coins, because everybody has millions of gold. And if you guys didn't know, like I put in one of my other videos, if you actually ride a Kitsun over here, the heat will not affect you. So even if you're level like 10 and you have a Kitsun or whatever, you can just ride it right over here and buy one of these undershirts, and then you won't have to worry about temperature in the game anymore. Maybe a little bit, but if you combine it with like armor and the undershirt like I did, you really won't have to worry about temperature for the rest of the game. I remember that being super annoying when I was a low level. I was always annoyed about like the temperature, cold and hot. So just come on over here at cords 350 and you can actually buy them from the merchant. Now, if you guys need help getting gold, I've uploaded 1,000 gold glitches. Most of them even still work and are not patched to this day, so you really shouldn't have any issues getting enough to buy this shirt. Now, we'll talk about more about getting gold glitches in a second. I will show you guys another one, but one other really cool glitch that not a lot of people talk about when they talk about glitches in this game is the moving the items glitch. So you guys can see, let me find something really heavy on my base. I don't think I have too many heavy things. But like this 300 ingots, for example, if I put it on me, I'm really weighed down and it's really annoying. However, this one glitch that, I mean, it was in the game for a long time, but people don't really talk about, is you can just hold the ingots out. For me, it's tab to get out of the menu. I don't know what it is on like PS5 or whatever you guys play on, but as you guys can see, the ingots are still in my hand, and I can just come over to a crate and put them in the crate and move them just like that without getting the added distance on my character. So I'll show you guys that again. It is a really simple glitch and a really easy glitch to help move stuff, but I have a bunch of palmetto ingots here that weigh 13,000 pounds, or 13,000 pounds. Obviously I can't carry that, so I'm just going to hold down mouse 1 this entire time, or whatever you guys use to hold an item in PS5 or Xbox One or Xbox Series S, whatever you guys play on, and I can just move it to an empty crate over here and place it wherever I want. So if you're moving bases, that is a very nice trick to help move all of the items that are super heavy, so you don't have to sit here and like use grappling hooks or just walk super slowly, which actually helps a ton. Now, this one is going to be kind of an XP glitch, which I'm not sure a lot of people know about, but if you capture black marketeers, I've already shown you guys that you can do this so many times. However, there's one little secret that not too many people know about them. Let me find my black marketeers real quick. There we go. If you put him out, it's really easy to get gold, so you should have a ton of gold by now, and there's even a black marketeer glitch on how to get gold. You can actually just buy his pals super cheap, and look at all of that XP. This is my Blasma Ryu. It's somewhere out on the map, by the way, so your black marketeers probably won't have Blasma Ryus. Before you guys comment on that, a lot of people like commenting about that. And when you're done buying all of those pals, you can just put him in the box and back out, and then buy the pals again. And look how much XP I have gotten. I don't know how much I got in total, probably like 300k between those two, and it is just an extremely easy way to get XP. I might have to make an entire video on this, because getting XP from the Black Marketeer is so free. Now this one's also super basic, but for the new PS5 players, a bunch of you guys comment where to get these slabs to summon Bella Noir and summon Blazamut Ryu. Well, I will let you know right now, you get Blazamut Ryu slabs mostly from the new island dungeons, and you get Bella Noir and Bella Noir Libero slabs mostly from the ice area. So if you guys are looking down here and like level 5 basic dungeons and everything, you're not going to find these slabs too often, or the little chunks of rock to make the slabs. You guys need to be aiming for higher areas, which will give you more powerful slabs in order to summon these big bosses. I know that might seem obvious to some of you guys that higher level areas give better slabs, but not too many people know about that, and they're grinding out the dungeons all the way down here in like the new areas, and they're wondering why they're only getting like Bella Noir ones and not Bella Noir Libero, or they're not even getting Bella Noir ones. That is because you're looking in the wrong places, guys. You need to be able to go up here in the new island, up sometimes up in like the desert area. That will give you the way better slabs and higher level slabs that you need to beat these bosses and even summon these bosses in the first place. Now, I've shown this one before, but it is actually possible to have 3 pals out with you. Everybody knows if you put the Daydream and you get his partner ability, you guys can actually have him out of your its pal ball or its pokeball, and it will just run around with you just like this. And everybody knows that you can just throw a pal out and you have 2 pals, but I've shown this glitch before. All you need to do is get a Pangolin. You need to use its Pangolin cannon, which means you need to have its saddle or its partner ability. If you shoot it in the air and then switch to a different pal that you can ride, you can actually have 3 pals out. If you just hop on the Jetragon or whatever saddle you guys have, right when the Pangolin dies, all you have to do is hop off and then throw a 3rd pal out, and there you go. This is a bit of a glitch, and I've made full videos on this before, but you can have 3 entire pals out with you. I think if you put more Daydreams in your lobby, you can even have like 2 more. So theoretically, you could probably have all 5 of your pals out at the same time. So I have a max level Anubis, a max level Jetragon, and a Daydream out at the same time. I'm going to find something to fight with this because this is just extremely OP. And if I was a low level and having trouble trying to beat something, this is what I would do. So we are going to attack this innocent horde of Relaxosauruses over here, and look at this. All 3 of my max level pals are just going to be destroying these guys. Holy cow. The Jetragon is kind of getting blocked by the trees, but my Anubis is going crazy. My Daydream is kind of below level, so he's not really doing too much work. But of course, all the damage matters, and they just exterminated this group. They stood absolutely no chance against 3 very strong pals. Now for this last one, this is kind of basic if you live on the new island, but I definitely needed to show you guys. If you live within a mushroom, or if you have a mushroom within your lines, holy, this base is laggy because all the new furnaces, I can barely move. But anyways, like I was saying, if you have a mushroom in your base like I do right here, they will actually grow back, and your pals will mine the mushrooms to get you mushrooms in your base. If you guys don't know what I mean by that, you can actually mine these mushrooms and they will give you mysterious mushrooms and regular mushrooms. Your pals will just do this automatically, and the mushrooms will regrow, so it is an unlimited supply of mushrooms. And that is important because you can just come over here and make marinated mushrooms for absolutely free. Look how many mushrooms I have, 700 just from being AFK here for a little bit. And you can make unlimited marinated mushrooms, which give an insane amount of SAN or sanity level. They give 7 sanity every time your pal eats them, which means they're pretty much always going to be a max level sanity and always working very, very fast. So this is my favorite food to give them. They always eat this, and they're never sick, they're never hurt, they're never like grumpy and taking a break. They are always working because they are always eating the marinated mushrooms, which is why I have one on my main bases right here on the island, so I can get unlimited of these mushrooms. I'm going to dip out, guys. Let me know which of these tips or glitches or tricks you guys did not know about, because I know even if you play this game all day, there has to be at least one that you did not know about. I didn't know a few of these until people let me know in the comments, and a lot of these are really useful. If you guys want to make my base even more laggy and have your very own furnace in here, all you have to do is sub up, and I'm adding a furnace for every single person. It's already so laggy, my FPS drops to like 10 when I walk over here. It can't even load in the furnaces, and my game looks like I'm playing on a PSP from 2005. So feel free to contribute to that if you guys want by subbing up. I'm going to dip. Thank you, boys.